In the event of a water damage emergency, call PuroClean of Cenla.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is pretty nice out there, mid to upper 70s. We have some high clouds overhead, but no real rain. I mean, not widespread rain in the forecast. Sorry, I'm moving everything, getting it all set up. I was running around like crazy right before this one, but yeah, it's still kind of goofy on the comments here. I do see them, but I can't see them pop in live, and I'm going a little crazy with that. But I'm going to figure it out at some point. Too busy right now, and I can still see them at the end when I click on things. All right, so that's what it looks like on the water this morning. Light winds. Hardly any waves out there. Man, it's been a nice stretch of days out on the water. Now, for us here in Alexandria, just some high clouds. Very similar setup to things, and I'm going to show you where the rain does come back into the forecast. Of course, some of you did see a brief bout of rain, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder yesterday. Our coverage ended up around 10% as forecast, but if you were under one of those heavier showers, well, it felt like 100%. So we have a little rain up to the north and down south right now. Again, we're kind of sandwiched in between, but I think we will see more showers and storms pop up later today. Just isolated stuff. It's going to be like a 10 to 20% coverage, so most of you stay dry. And actually, dew points are down this morning. 76 is your temperature. Check out the dew points, mid-60s. Again, it's not ideal, but it's not bad. Typically, we're more like what Lafayette is at right now at 74 degrees on the dew point, so 75 Homa. It's very soupy down south. We have the easterly flow that's keeping us a little drier up here. We don't have that onshore flow bringing in the moisture. So light winds from the east today, a couple of storms popping up later this afternoon, and then I think we're going to see much more widespread activity as we get into Friday and Saturday. And I'm going to show you some pretty impressive looking model runs here in just a second. For today, a couple of storms over the southern half of the area. For the most part, nothing severe in the forecast, high of around 88. And in general, it's going to be high clouds, fair conditions, and fair. When you see that, that means that the clouds, we're not seeing them below 12,000 feet, just some high clouds out there. So I think we're going to be pretty fair for today. Here's your earliest or your early morning HRRR run, and I'm doing the 48-hour run, so we're going to go all the way out here into Friday morning. Not much today. Again, just some isolated cells out there. Couple of storms possible through the afternoon, 10 to 20% coverage. Overnight tonight, not too much, but you can see a few more storms possible on Thursday. And then Friday morning, even in the morning, I think we're going to see a big blob of storms trying to work in from north to south, and that's going to bring us the potential for some heavy rain, possibly as soon as early Friday morning. So if you have plans Friday or Saturday, you're getting an early start on the long weekend. It looks like we are going to see a lot of rain then. Sunday and Monday looking much better. Here's the GFS model. Take you out even further. You see the thunderstorms again, widespread. This is 10 a.m. Friday, so this is pretty much mid-morning, and then we're going to see just off and on, I think, through Saturday. We'll see these showers and storms continuing. You can see how that rain really just kind of continues to refire as that front's going to be hanging overhead. So we have a focusing mechanism. We have a lot of moisture and some instability, not a lot of wind shear, so I don't think this is a big severe event, and I think things are going to start to settle southward on Sunday. So we're going to see things improving Sunday. Monday looks good, and then after that, of course, after the long weekend, things look awesome. Tropical areas of interest continue to be non-existent. Check this satellite out. This is late August in the tropics. I mean, we have a wave coming off the African coast. We have nothing. Again, this is that area we were watching. Now we're just watching blue ocean. Fernand, just keeping at it, just fighting the good fight, but this thing should transition into a non-tropical low probably sometime tomorrow, and there's nothing on the doorstep of developing. So good news there. The bad news for us is it looks like a solid 1 to 3 inches of rain through Tuesday. Most of that falls Friday and Saturday. So again, if you have plans for the Labor Day weekend and they are going to be on Friday or Saturday, plan on some rainfall. Sunday, we might have to pull that up because I think we'll see some morning rain. So that I'm going more like 40 or 50 in my head now. We'll see how we adjust that with another run of models. Tom's getting another cataract surgery today, so I think you're going to have to deal with me again this afternoon. That's the way it goes, and I love it. Mid-80s. I mean, I don't love Tom getting surgery, but I love talking about weather, so it'll be fun to do it again today. 30% chance of rain on Sunday. Again, that may come up a bit. It looks pretty dry for Monday and Tuesday. And overnight lows, yeah, we may pop up into the low 70s tomorrow morning, Friday morning. But that's because that moisture is going to return. Friday's not going to be a hot day. It looks like about 85 degrees on your forecast high there because we'll see lots of rain. And then I don't see any sort of major heat waves through the first 10 days of September. It looks like we'll see a lot of upper 80s, maybe some low 90s, overnight lows in the 60s and low 70s. And really, it looks like we could see some mid 60s here as we get after this next front comes through. So Temperatures very respectable for this time of year, and I would take this. I would take kind of a gentle edging into fall, like just pushing us right into the fall season like that, rather than going from hot to cold. Like we typically go, it's like 100 degrees, and then one day it's like 68 degrees, and it's like, wait, where was fall? I want to see this. I like to have this kind of gentle push down into things, and it's nice to not have 100 degrees every day. So September 4th to the 10th, we will see some rainfall. I think some scattered storms are going to be here. But again, while I'm going to be watching the tropics as we head right toward the peak season, I mean, this is about the peak of it here, mid-September, early September. I don't see anything imminently threatening for us. I'm ready for the rain too. How you doing? Yeah, I am blaming Facebook, Miss Linda. Let's see. I'm going to click on the comments and see if I can see them now. Let's see. Go into the weather thing. This is just for me to see if I can figure out what the heck's going on here. But yeah, it's just acting kind of wonky. Well, hey, that's all right. We are going to figure it out at some point. I'm going to be all over the parish today. So if you see me out there, say hi. How you doing? I'm going to be delivering school shirts, which I've been doing a lot of this week. All right, I'm out of here. Have a great Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Have a great Wednesday. I'll see you back here this afternoon.